You want to become successful. You can feel that there is more to life than what you are presently enduring. It has crossed your mind more than once that maybe you are doing things the wrong way. You need a new approach to ensure you give life your best shot at becoming one of the individuals that history can never forget. You can make your indelible mark on the line of history as a successful person by trying some success rituals. You are right about needing an approach to attain success. Success rituals share insight into steps that successful individuals conduct daily and some that you might want to implement in your life. The natural order of life is that things go through stages. Success rituals are processes that individuals endure to become prosperous. Achievements during the stages are different for everyone. However, there are similarities in each stage of the success rituals, just as how there are similarities in the stages to produce a child, but the outcome differs. Success rituals have certain fundamentals that every successful individual had to do, and some which they had to learn how to overcome. Likewise, you must decide without any form of doubt that you too will have to work hard and overcome whatever obstacles you will encounter on your journey. You might be the one that will develop before the expected time frame for one to become a success. Do not delay for another minute. It is time to discover empowering success rituals, which will assist you to conquer your fears and progress on your destined journey of prosperity. In this video, we'll talk about the success rituals fundamentals. So, what exactly is ritual? Ritual is just a synonym of the word habit. We all know that our thoughts and actions over a period of time will determine how we progress in life. Positive rituals yield positive results, and negative rituals will produce undesirable results. We have so many rags to riches stories, and you might be a rag story awaiting the right rituals to change your situation to riches. But did you know that you will never know until you examine your life and make the necessary modifications? It is time to change your perception about rituals. Have you ever come across individuals with similar success rituals, but they all produce different results? This is because everyone has different opportunities, and how we react to situations is different. Notably, persons will have similar talent, but each talent comes with a unique ability. If you do not discover the uniqueness that comes with your talent, you might never truly stand out from the others that are in the exact field as you are. If you cannot produce extraordinary results, then your advancement will be either mediocre or below average. Mediocre and below average results will never give you the title of a successful person. You will only discover the uniqueness that comes with your talent after you have started using your talent. Let's take a look at some success rituals fundamentals that you must ensure you develop. Build your rock-solid success rituals starting with those listed on the ladder below. The first step on the success rituals fundamentals is to believe in you. If you do not believe in yourself, you will never really discover your true potentials. Apart from finding what hidden treasures of skills you have buried within, is knowing how and when you are at your best. Some people will tell you that they think better having a hot cup of coffee. Some after they take a shower or go for a jog. Then ideas will start to overflow in their head. Think back to the time you were able to unravel your best idea. So take a moment to ask yourself, what were you doing at the time that happened, and where were you when that happened? If possible, go back to that exact location and repeat the same action of what you were doing and try to discover more great ideas. You'll need to purchase a notebook. It's imperative that you always have something close by to write down your thoughts. I'm suggesting that you get a notebook because ideas will pop into your head at various hours of the day or night. Developing the healthy habit of jotting down your ideas also gives you the opportunity to analyze better your plans and to be able to group or tweak them. That is progress, and you will feel good at what you've accomplished and be more motivated to put them into action. You are elated now because you have chosen what you believe is the best idea and you are ready to put it into action. It will be at this moment that fear will opt to cripple your mind. Creating doubts about your idea and your ability to implement them successfully. The only way to dispel your fear is to take the necessary steps to set realistic goals and timelines for your concepts. The moment you decide to continue with your ideas, you will feel the power fear had over your mind slowly losing its grip. Fear will entirely lose its grip on your mind when your concept becomes an action. So go ahead, even if you have to move with wobbling legs and shaking fingers. Take your leap of faith. Now, let's talk about the fundamentals ladder of success rituals. Goal setting and time management are equally important on the success rituals fundamentals ladder. If you do not set targets with timelines, then you will have nothing to work towards and no achievements to look forward to celebrating. Hard work and determination is what will transform your goals into reality. If you only work hard some of the times, then you should anticipate the partial result. A mind that is determined is the fuel for hard work, and hard work keeps you determined. That is why both of them have to be used together consistently. For me, the final success rituals fundamentals is never fear failure. It's inevitable that you will fail at some stage of your plan. Failure varies for different individuals. You might experience a massive failure, and you have to start your journey entirely from the first step. Your failure might be minor, and with a few adjustments, things can be back on the progress level. If you fear failure, you will not be able to recover from misfortunes. When you face failure, accept it, analyze what is the possible cause or causes, and start strategizing immediately to correct, as well as prevent it from reoccurring, your fears will begin to diminish. Success rituals are crucial because we all need them to become successful. Take things step by step while you discover yourself and find your sole purpose for being awarded the gift of life. Learn to enjoy your roller coaster ride that life is guaranteed to take you on. Remember that no matter how badly you fail, you can always rise again if you work hard and if you are determined enough. In this video, we'll talk about the rituals of highly successful individuals and how it will help you get ahead of the regular folks in life. Now, let's take a look at the morning, evening, and business rituals of some highly successful individuals. Number 1, Mark Zuckerberg, co-founder and CEO of Facebook. I'm wondering, have you noticed that the man who has his name enlisted on almost all the billionaire lists that you can grace your eyes on seems to only have gray t-shirts? These gray t-shirts are not a uniform for his company. The wearing of only gray t-shirts by Mark Zuckerberg is a deliberate act. It's his way of saving time in the mornings. Even after he is sometimes up all night having a discussion with an employee, you could still find Mark Zuckerberg up when the clock strikes 6 in the morning. Without having to worry what clothing to wear for the day, Mark Zuckerberg grabs his outfit, which is usually his gray t-shirt, and then he's off to work at his office early in the morning. Number 2, Padmasree Warrior, CEO Next EV, US. A true warrior of time and rising early in the mornings to complete most of her tasks is Padmasree Warrior. While the night shadows cover the land, and with the twinkling of the stars, which probably reminds her that she's among the most successful women, at 4:30 in the morning, Padmasree Warrior is up and working. Padmasree Warrior starts the day by going through her emails for approximately an hour. Then she ensures she is kept informed about current affairs by reading the newspaper. After her reading of the papers, then it is time to ensure she remains fit and healthy, so she exercises. After her daily morning rituals, she's in her office by 8:30 in the morning, ready to take on the challenges of a new workday. Tim Cook, CEO, Apple. Tim Cook not only enjoys his race of being up before the sun, but he is very proud of the fact that he is the first one to be at his company in the mornings and the last one to leave during the evenings. You can check for an email from Tim Cook as early as 3:45 in the morning because that's when he gets up, and has become known for sending company emails at that time in the mornings. Tim Cook is one who ensures that he maintains his health, therefore you can find him in the gym by 5 in the morning. Jack Dorsey, co-founder, Twitter. Tweet tweet might be some of the twittering that Jack Dorsey hears at 5:30 in the morning when he is taking his 6-mile jog. Jack Dorsey also takes some time to meditate before he leaves for his run in the mornings. Jack Ma, founder, Alibaba Group. As precious and swift as the wind is the commodity time. We cannot preserve time, and once passed, we can either give thanks that we have used our time productively or live with the regrets of what we never used our time to accomplish. Knowing how precious time and his family are, Jack Ma is up by 7 in the morning at the latest. Jack Ma uses half an hour to complete some task, and then he ensures he spends some quality time with his family. Karen Golden, founder and CEO, Hintwater. It's time to take a hint. Most highly successful individuals are hitting the work button before the day is dawn. And Karen Golden is among those who are doing so. Karen Golden's day begins at 5:30 in the morning. She peruses through her work calendar, ensuring that she has no exigent meetings, and then she responds to emails. By 7:15, Kara Golden starts making her business calls, but not before she saturates her taste buds with a double latte, and she goes hiking with her husband. David Cush, CEO, Virgin America. Crunch time is at 4:15 in the morning for David Cush. His fingers get busy to dial his associates' numbers who are on the East Coast, but not before he took some time to send emails. Next, David Cush tunes his ears to Dallas Sports Radio while his eyes are kept busy reading the newspaper. Then he's off to the gym to ensure he keeps himself fit. Dan Lee, Director, Next Desk. It's time for a standing ovation because Dan Lee is up by the clock strike of 3:30 in the morning. Dan Lee ensures that he is completely hydrated by drinking 2 liters of water. Then he also consumes 2 cups of coffee and smooths things off with a smoothie. After Dan Lee hydrates his body, the next 90 minutes he shares with his dog and reading. He reads for 1 hour and spends half an hour with his dog. Clearing his pores through perspiration, you can find Dan Lee in the gym from 5:15 to 6:15 in the morning. When the clock ticks its way to 7:15 in the morning, Dan Lee is already in his office, prepared to tackle the challenges of a new workday. Sally Krawcheck, co-founder, CEO, Elevest. It is the romancing of the mind with the lights dimmed, or sometimes she seeks warmth from the fireplace, along with a hot cup of coffee, and Sally Krawcheck is ready to start her day at 4 in the morning. While the lights might be dimmed in her home at 4 in the morning, Sally Krawcheck is shining bright with ideas because that is when her creative flair comes to light best. Indra Nooyi, CEO, PepsiCo. Popping as early as 4 in the morning is Indra Nooyi. Her first task is ensuring that her plans are organized for the new day. Indra Nooyi is usually buzzing in her office by 7 in the morning. Richard Branson, founder and chairman, Virgin Group. He is certainly no virgin when it comes to rising early. Not even the comfort of his private island can prevent him from pulling his curtains at 5:45 in the mornings to watch the rising of the sun. With a fantastic view of the rising sun, which comes with the opportunity to enjoy his fortune for another day, Richard Branson maintains his health by exercising and having a healthy breakfast. Then he's off to work to ensure that he keeps making his billions. Now let's move on to talk about the evening rituals of 5 highly successful individuals. Number 1, Bill Gates, CEO, Microsoft. Bill Gates was dubbed the richest man in the world according to Forbes' billionaires list. He reads for an hour almost every night before going to bed, no matter how late he gets home. One of the topics that have consistently sustained his reading habit is business-related issues, which Bill Gates uses to assess changes in the market. No surprise right there. He also reads about politics and healthcare. Joel Gascon, CEO, Buffer. Walking for 20 minutes every evening. During his walk, Joel Gascon assesses his workday, analyzes his greatest challenges, and then he will slowly stop thinking about work when the shadow of tiredness takes over his body. Arianna Huffington, founder, Huffington Post. At night, Arianna Huffington disconnects from the world of technology by turning off all her electronic devices. Then she dissolves the stress from her workday by taking a hot bath. Arianna Huffington pulls the shutters on her day, wearing her pajamas while she reads a physical book. Kenneth Chenault, CEO, American Express. Kenneth Chenault gets a head start to his day by setting goals for 3 things he wants to achieve every night before he goes to bed. Oprah Winfrey, businesswoman and media mogul. Oprah Winfrey ends her days just how she starts them. She meditates twice per day, once in the mornings and once in the evenings. Next, we'll talk about the business rituals of 3 highly successful individuals. Number 1, Amancio Ortega. He made it to the Forbes billionaire list as the 2nd wealthiest person in the world. Amancio Ortega has 5 business rituals which have guided him to success. 1. Speed is very important. Amancio Ortega took the retail industry by storm in 1975 when he founded his company named Zara. He used a tactic of ensuring that 2 times per week his store was restocked with the latest fashion. Another one of his strategies was getting new styles of clothing before his competitors and the timely processing of customers' orders within 48 hours. Amancio Ortega's plan worked because he was able to satisfy his market better than his competitors and have earned his organization the name of fast fashion. 2. Obsess with your customer's need. One of Amancio Ortega's mottos is that the clients are the driving force behind a business and should always be the central focus when designing your business. Customers' needs must also be your focal point when you are deciding on the operational systems that you will implement at your business, style of clothing that you will be selling, and any other activity that requires you interacting with your customers. Being customer-focused meant that Amancio Ortega conducts consistent market research. His detailed analysis included him observing fashion blogs and directly garnering information from customers to keep a brief of the current trends in clothing. 3. Being in control of your distribution channels. Amancio Ortega capitalizes on the cost-effectiveness of China clothing, but he also imports most of his products from other regions such as Morocco, Spain, and Portugal. Designing and sewing his products is one medium of how Amancio Ortega swiftly meets the needs of his market by supplying them with the latest trends in fashion. He also utilizes a local network of sewing shops by having his designs cut and treated in mills. Then they are sewn by local sewing shops. 4. Being committed to your roots. His ears buzzing from the ideas his employees share with him as he sits and works alongside them is the only office that Amancio Ortega has ever had. Amancio Ortega is from humble beginnings. He's the son of a housemaid and railway worker, but his desire for a better life led him to stop attending school at the age of 14 to start earning. Knowing what it's like to have nothing, Amancio Ortega never got himself an office, but instead, he takes a hands-on approach by working with his employees. Age has not slowed him down because even at the age of 80, Amancio Ortega still goes to his office on most days. 5. Continuous innovations. Complacency has no place among those who want to progress and for those who want to remain successful. To become complacent is the biggest mistake you can make. You must have either a grow or die attitude. And if you really want to be innovative, then you cannot focus on the results. Number 2, Carlos Slim Helú. Carlos Slim Helú has the tag of the 4th richest man in the world according to the Forbes billionaire list. He has 10 business rituals. 1. Making money in a downturn. Recessions cannot hinder Carlos Slim Helú from acquiring new businesses. His strategy is to take advantage of the companies that have been affected by the economic crisis, which has no significant financial problems. Some of the best companies are sold for half their values during a recession. Carlos Slim Helú was able to purchase the largest cement company in the world, Cemex, during the recession. Cemex currently has a net worth of approximately $6 billion. 2. Simplicity in organizational structures is best. Having a simple organizational structure with minimal hierarchical levels will allow executives to lower line employees to be able to interact more frequently, sustain flexibility, and assist in quick decision-making capability. 3. Remain focused on innovation, growth, training, and quality. It is vital that you focus on innovation, growth, quality of products, training for employees, and continually improving production processes. Analyze your organization based on global benchmarks. Seek the most cost-effective means when possible to reduce expenses and increase productivity as well as your competitiveness. 4. You must live without fear and guilt. Carlos Slim Helú believes fear is the worst weakness that men can have. Fear first weakens you, then it impedes your action, and eventually leads to depression. He believes that guilt is a terrible burden in people's lives, which influences the way one thinks and acts. Guilt and fear create difficulty for your present day, and it's a hindrance for your future. To overcome both fear and guilt, one must have good sense. Accept ourselves as we are, which means with whatever virtue, disappointments, and realities. 5. Making wise investments in areas that customers find it difficult to avoid you. Carlos Slim Helú has made investments in a variety of industries. He has invested in the health sector, clothing industry, real estate, bakeries, telecommunication, academic institutions, and museums, just to name a few. Carlos Slim Helú's many investments have given him the opportunity to serve his customers daily through various mediums, making it impossible for them to conduct business and not contributing to one of his establishments. 6. A good education will assist you to manage a big business better. Carlos Slim Helú believes that good decision-making facilitates business success. You'll be able to make better business decisions if you are armed with the information to do so. This comes from increasing your knowledge through education. 7. Try to be humble no matter your status. Carlos Slim Helú is aware that riches also come with a lot of responsibility. However, this has not prevented him from spending time with his family. He assigned 2 days out of each week for quality time with his family. 1 day for dinner with his sons and another day for dinner with his 23 grandchildren. Carlos Slim Helú, with all his billions, still drives himself to work, which is approximately an hour away from his home. He also lived in the same home in the same neighborhood for over 40 years. 8. Prepare yourself for big opportunities. Carlos Slim Helú believes one of the characteristics of becoming a successful entrepreneur is having the skill to identify great business opportunities and capitalize on your chances. 9. Committing to the game. Entrepreneurship and investing is like a game. If you want to succeed, then it requires you to become committed to your entrepreneurial process and make decisions as if you are playing to win your entrepreneur and investing game to achieve success. 10. Comprehending your business to the core. Allegedly, Carlos Slim Helú controls approximately 200 companies in different regions around the globe. He was able to accomplish this by ensuring that he comprehends his business to the core. David Koch, the 10th billionaire on the Forbes billionaires list. David Koch shared his 5 tips for you to start learning from those who are rich. 1. Creating wealth through earnings and not saving. Successful individuals like David Koch have continuous thoughts on how to earn big money and how to expand their potential profits. If you are not significantly increasing the sum of money that you have, then there is a good chance that your savings will not make you a wealthy person. 2. Never be afraid to believe in your ability, and you should take smart risks. Many individuals refuse from taking risks because the possibility exists that they might fail. However, those who are successful know that you have to take risks, both financially and in your personal life, if you want to earn significant rewards. Successful individuals also accept that failure is the price you pay for your ultimate learning experiences, and you must develop the confidence to continue after you have failed. 3. Do not become emotionally attached to money. Prosperous individuals take a rational approach when they are building their wealth. They do not allow any negative emotions like anxiety, greed, or regret to daunt their financial decisions, which have led to better chances for them to become successful. 4. Capitalize on all your opportunities. Successful individuals understand that every opportunity presents the possibility for them to achieve more, even if it's a partnership, project, or they are just negotiating to venture into a new business. They understand as well as appreciate the significance of networking. Successful individuals are always seeking new business ventures while capitalizing on their current assets to generate more income from different areas. Their positive attitude in every opportunity contributes to achievements in their business ventures and also to their wealth. 5. Understanding that your time does not equal money. Dispel the belief that the time you spent working hard will be equivalent to your level of success. Undoubtedly, successful individuals do work hard, but they have to work even smarter. It's not necessarily how hard you work, but how smart you are working. Smart working means you strategize your time wisely. How you utilize your assets for them assist you to increase your earnings. You should aspire to become an expert in your field, no matter what field of business you're working. If your greatest desire is to disengage yourself from the grip of poverty, then you should adopt the rituals of the wealthy. Be fearless and have absolute confidence in your abilities. Believe that you deserve to have all the best that life has to offer.